So welcome. I'm getting ready to actually head out to Austin, Texas to spend some time with the newest class with our firm down there, just to sort of take a step back. So SMB, in a joint venture with the Kirshner Trading Group, runs a New York office, and we also train traders in Austin, Texas that come into the firm. And so what I do during the foundation part of their training, so they take the same training down there in Austin as they do in New York. What I do is head down there and talk to the newer traders about things that they need to be learning. And so actually generally I go towards the end of SMB Foundation, and this time I'm going to go towards the beginning because the firm has a holiday party in Austin, Texas as well, which I'd like to check out and head to. But before I went there, before I head out, I actually surveyed the room in New York City. I surveyed our last training class, guys who are trading live right now, who have been through SMB Foundation, who've actually even been through almost all of trader development, are now on teams, now in part 3, team trading. And I said, hey, what would you say to your younger self as advice if you were just joining SMB Foundation? And again, for those of you at home, SMB Foundation is our first training program. It's part 1 of training. There are 3 parts. It's the very beginning. It's people just getting their feet wet. There's no reason for anyone to be thinking they should be making a lot of money trading. It's the start. And so there were 7 things that actually came up, and my thought process was, wow, we probably ought to share that with the community as well, because I thought these were some insightful thoughts from some of the guys, and perhaps they might help you, wherever you are in your trading career, think about getting better. And so the 7 ideas that these a little bit more experienced traders would have given to the younger self were, during foundation, spend more time learning how to read the tape. So we do that in a couple of different ways. There's videos in the SMB Foundation about reading the tape. Each day we have a review session where we watch film together. Guys on our desk also can watch film independently of trades that they've captured via video screen recording. But one of the guys, Brad, said, I really wish that I would have spent a little bit more time learning how to read the tape because it's so important for what we're doing right now. The second thing was order execution. So Stephen, one of our guys, said, I wish that when I was going through SMB Foundation, I'd spent a little bit more time bidding and offering and learning how to do some of the more sophisticated order entries that we do on our desk, because it really matters what price you get in and you get out at, particularly if you're an active trader. I think a lot of people don't think about that. I think a lot of people think, let me just learn a trade and I'll just put the trade on. Even when you have edge in a trade, you have to execute it at a very high level. Your order execution has to be pristine. And if it's not, it's really going to take away from your profits. The third thing was to spend more time on technology, building filters. The guys were saying, they didn't think filters were going to necessarily help them at the beginning because they weren't doing a lot of trading. But the skills that go into being able to build filters is very important and takes time, because when they actually do join a team, they want to make a contribution, they want to find setups that are better for them, and they need that filtering skill set to be able to fire away and play more offense. And another thing people said, and I think this was uniform, was patience. Just be patient. You're not gonna be knocking the ball off the cover right away. Slow down, take it day by day, absorb as much as you can from each day. And on that same vein, point 5 was to trust the process. We have 3 stages to our training program. Don't try and short circuit everything. It's not going to all make sense in the first week. You're not going to be a 7-figure trader in your first 3 months of trading, but you're also not going to be a 7-figure trader in year 5 if you don't do the best you can in SMB Foundation, if you don't grab as much as you can out of it, if you don't grab as much as you can out of trader development, if you don't do as good a job as you can on team trading. So I did this video a while back called Win the Day. And you want to be winning all of the exercises inside of each day. You want to win SMB Foundation. You want to win SMB Foundation. You're not going to be, one of the great traders on the street or here if you don't win SMB Foundation. You should be the best person in your class. You want to be a sponge. I've said this, I'm not sure why this is, but the best traders here sound like me. And I don't say that because I have all the answers. I say that because it connotes that they just listen. At the beginning of their career, they don't think they have all of the answers. And I've seen traders come in like that who think they know everything on day one, and all of those traders are not here. The people that just sort of listen, use the same language that I do and Steve does, do the best. And that's just because they're not reinventing the wheel, they're learning the basics, they're getting better every day, and they're getting the most out of each day. And then the last thing was, I think this is hugely important, is to learn from the other traders. And I know some of you perhaps are isolated who are watching this video and don't have the good fortune to be a part of a prop desk like these guys do. They have friends and colleagues who they get to bounce ideas off of and compare notes. But you can create that online with people you follow on Twitter and friends you can make online, or you can join a prop firm. But that's a huge advantage of being here, is people are going to learn more from the other guys in the room, the other traders that they're going through this process with, this difficult challenge with, than they are myself or Carlton or Steve over time. They'll learn the most from me in the first year, but over time, those relationships, the learning that goes on with the other guys is hugely important. Those are 7 tips for those of you who are at the start of your trading career or perhaps in the middle, from guys who have gone through this process. Hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting to share with you guys. I'll be away for a couple of days, but we'll see you next week, and trade well.
Welcome to The Winning Trader. The number one factor in whether you trade profitably is what? It's whether you are trading setups that have trading edge. We recently surveyed our trading community as to what would help them the most. The response was overwhelmingly universal. You were most interested in learning trading strategies that you could implement profitably, or said another way, to solve the problem faced by most traders of lacking setups with trading edge. So with that, here at SMBU, today we introduce The Winning Trader. You will learn 10 trading strategies taught to and traded daily on our professional proprietary trading desk in New York City. Here are the 4 steps to how SMB will teach you these strategies. 1, we will hold an online live trading class sharing each setup weekly. 2, for the following week, you will archive a playbook trade that we teach you how to do of this setup daily. 3, during our daily mentoring sessions, to which you will have complete access, we will review these setups from that day's trading. 4, you will have complete access to all of our trading tools that will help you spot these setups during market trading and follow along with us trading them in real time. Take the first step towards becoming a winning trader. Enter your email here to learn more about The Winning Trader.